Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Delaware Fightin Blue Hens Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 26. As today we have our final game of the regular season and it's in the snow, our first snow game here in the series as the 7-4 Delaware Blue Hens play host to the 8-3 Liberty Flames. Both teams 5-3 in the conference coming into this one, so it's still a lot to play for these two teams with a potential shot in the Conference USA Championship game. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content, as it will be the Delaware Blue Hens to start off with the football, as they've lost 2 straight, and a lot of that has come on the blame of the offense. Some inconsistencies on this side of the football. We need to see those wiped out in today's game. As we're in the snow, we're starting off with a throw, and there's the elements on display. That's a drop by Faratori. We'll go to the ground now for the first time. It's a pickup of 7. I expect a lot more running of the football today, as now Spiller gets his first carry after a gain of 7 from Economy, and he'll get the first down, dragging Aiden Vaughn for a first. Now back to Spiller on the ground right side, and he gets maybe 1 on his second carry. 2nd and 9 now. Brown back to the air, looks short, has Thomas Amanqua, the team's leading receiver this season, who has a first down. I don't expect a lot of balls thrown down the field with the elements falling like this. It's supposed to snow all game. So a lot of ground and pound and a lot of short, quick passes. As there's McConomy for a gain of 7. 14 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown last week for the sophomore halfback. As he gets carry number 3 here on 2nd down, and he'll get the first. 4 touchdowns on the season as well for the sophomore as he stays in here on this first down play, but it's a throw again. As Brown steps up through the pocket, he tucks it himself. Nobody accounts for the quarterback, and he's going to scramble out to the 29 before Jaden Harris, the Georgia transfer, brings him down. Now at the 29, it's a screen from Economy, who gets it, gets a nice block from Noah Rosahak, and he's going to get inside the 10, pushed out of the 7, and Brown's already got 32 yards passing. A good start for this offense. Goal to go now here from the 7. It's a handoff, and it's quickly blown up. Aaron Hester in the backfield as Noah Rosahak is actually hurt on the play. So after a loss of 2, it's a speed option now as they touch it back from Economy, who's got some running space, and he's pushed down at the 3. And now a couple of players hurt on the play, or 1 on either side. 3rd and goal now. It's a handoff for Economy, and he will score. Touchdown Delaware. 5th on the season for Economy, and the Blue Hens offense will get a touchdown to begin the night. As we will see how the Liberty offense will fare now in the snow, led by halfback Michael Allen. He is their lifeblood of the offense. 1,200 yards this season. The Marshall transfer has been really good since coming over in the portal. They'll start on the ground with him as he with a nice spin move, and you can see what he has in his arsenal as he will be what the offense runs through. After a first down carry, they give it back to him, but this time Kingsley Royals in the backfield. Worley is also bad from injury this week. He'll be filling in at the starting strong safety spot again. But Royal will find the field on a lot of different packages. He's played really good this season, as there's a loss of 2 on the second play. Now a 3rd and 12. They'll force Hawk to the air, and he will misfire. That'll lead to a punt. Here comes the second drive for Delaware, as they got good field position here. And unfortunately for Liberty, they suffer another injury as Bryson Jennings. A lot of these players will be back after a short stint. I think it's just the quality of the snow that's kind of bugging some of these players. As there's a nice 3rd down conversion for Blake Brown. 4 for 5 for 59 yards and a nice start to the game. Fortunately, the run game has not looked very good. There's another loss. And now on 3rd and 7, it's a bubble screen for Mikey Welsh. And Mikey Welsh will have a first down out to the 7 as Jack Small has to come off the field again. Goal to go now tripped. It's another handoff from Economy, and he's quickly bottled up. Maybe picks up a couple. He's already got 10 carries, but Deuce Spurlock will bring him down. 2nd and goal. This time to go play flake. Brown fires right side, and a diving grab by Mikey Welsh for a touchdown. He said forget the snow. The San Diego State transfer, who's had a disappointing season, I would say, gets a nice touchdown there, and Delaware leads 14-0 after a quarter of play. This is the Blue Hens that I would like to have seen we went on that 4-game winning streak earlier, as the defense has played good. Only 8 yards of offense for Liberty, as they actually went 3 and out on their second drive, and it's back to Delaware to begin the second quarter, as they go on the ground for a gain of 4. Spiller, 4 carries, 8 yards on the day. 2nd and 6, Brown short, as the receiver not looking for it, as at his feet anyway. That'll bring up a 3rd down. Brown to the air, rolls to his right, and he stops, fires with a pass deflected in his face. Nice play by Aaron Hester, and that one's incomplete, and it forces a punt. So third drive here for Liberty is on 2nd and 10. They try a touch pass here, and a good effort by Bryce Randolph. But it won't matter as now Cal Grubbs, the center, will have to come off the field. 3rd and 12, they run it with Allen. This Liberty offense has done nothing but run it today. Only one pass attempt, it was incomplete. They're turning into way too one-dimensional. So Delaware will get the football back on 1st and 10. There's a 2-yard screen for the halfback. 2nd and 8. Now they hand it off to McConomy up the middle, trying to gain something as he gets maybe one. Now you got a 3rd and 7. A blitz from Liberty as they will throw it downfield, and this one's incomplete. But a flag is down. They're going to get the UMass transfer Ryan Barnes on a pass interference. That'll give Delaware a free first down conversion. And now they're out to the 8. 2nd and 4 now. It's a handoff for Spiller, who gets the first, and it's going to be goal to go from the 3-yard line. One of his better runs of the afternoon. So goal to go here. It's a fake on the touch pass. Give to McConomy, and he loses 4. Liberty all over that one. Jaden Harris again in the backfield. 2nd goal now from the 7. This is a play fake. This is the play that scored a touchdown on earlier. This time Liberty is ready for it as he will scramble and gets the yardage back. 3rd and goal from the 3. Brown tries to keep it again, but he's not going to go anywhere as that's a nice tackle. And Delaware will quick a field goal. It's now 17-0 as we head to the 2-minute warning. Liberty with a nice drive would cap it off with a touchdown as Michael Allen on full display there. His 15th touchdown of the season. And that'll bring us to half where Delaware leads this one 17-7. We'll see if they can close it out this time in the snow falling here in Newark, Delaware, and end this 2-game losing streak and keep any hope of the championship game alive. So it'll begin the second half with Liberty with the football down by 10, and they'll stay on the ground and lose 1 on a quarterback keeper, Dexter Foster with the TFL. Now they go to the air for the first time. It's a quick throw to the tight end, Philip Carradine, who gets 9. As you can see, Hawks only thrown 5 passes so far today. 3rd and 2 now. We'll see if they keep it on the ground. I expect them to do so, and they do, and they get a first down. But the play looks like it's going to be coming back. There's going to be a holding call on the outside, as that will negate the first down. I think it's on number, 9, Larry Rasmussen. So 3rd and 12 instead, as they'll go back to the air. Hawk for the 6th time today will throw this one, and it's incomplete. And that'll be the end of the first drive of the second half for the Liberty, not what you needed to see. They'll start the drive here at about midfield. This is going to be a 5-yard carry up the middle as Greg Spiller only averaging 3 yards per carry thus far today. 2nd and 5. Now McConomy checks in, and he gets lifted up off his feet by Eli Hall, who is also hurt on the play. And it's quickly 3rd down here for Delaware. Pass rush incoming. A throw across the middle is incomplete, and Delaware is going to get called for holding anyway against the blitz. But that one should be declined as both teams punt on their first drive. So here comes Liberty back at their own 19 with a handoff to Terrell Washington Jr., who goes backwards. Kingsley Royal again in the backfield. I talked about how good he's played this season. It's on display, and there's the other safety returning, Dylan Worley. Welcome back to the lineup. He's made an effort, and Liberty punts again. Just no threat with the football on offense or the Flames outside of one drive, as there's a nice catch by Britton Forney, who's getting some playing time. Jake Burdell left earlier with an injury, and he's out for the rest of the game. Next play is a pass, and it's at the feet of a receiver, so Delaware will have it incomplete, but it's not going to matter anyway because another holding call against this offensive line. This time it's Zach Vaughn, the backup left tackle. So a 2nd and 18 now as Brown looks back to throw. It's a short pass for the tight end, Vitko, and he will try to get the penalty yardage back, but now Anthony Cassisi is hurt as well. Delaware losing some offensive linemen today is now on 3rd and 8. They quickly throw it to Vitko, who makes a tough grab, but doesn't get the first, and Delaware will not get the field goal, as it was actually blocked on the play, as something happened to that footage. But on the next drive, Liberty will not get the first down either, and that'll bring us to an end of the 3rd quarter. A odd end to that frame, I would say, as it's still 17-7 in favor of the Blue Hens as we head into the final quarter of action here in Newark, Delaware. But the Blue Hens on the doorstep, and they will score for the first time in the second half. It's a touchdown for Blake Brown, who punches it in off the read option. And now the Blue Hens lead by 3 scores. 24-7, it's a 2nd and 10 for Liberty as Hawk keeps this one on the ground. And he puts it on the ground and is picked up by the Blue Hens. Khalil Ali comes away with the football, and that just makes this bad to worse for the Flames. down by 3 scores. Give the football over to Delaware in your side of the field. Luckily for Liberty, they would not get a first down as this is a loss of 5 on the run. Delaware adds a field goal. It's now 27-7. 4th and 29 here for the Flames as this one is incomplete as they're just trying all they can. Actually, they ruled that caught by Larry Rasmussen. Next drive for the Blue Hens off of the turnover. It's a touchdown for Oliver Red, the junior, getting in on the action with a very nice run. He was supposed to be redshirted this year, but he's getting some playing time. And now Delaware leads this one 34-7. This one's entered into a blowout. But Michael Allen wants one more thing to say. The true sophomore down the sideline, and this is going to be an 81-yard touchdown run for the sophomore from Marshall as he adds his 16th touchdown of the season, up over 1,300 yards. He's had a heck of a day on the ground. Next drive for Liberty, they're punching on the door line again, and they score. And just like that, Liberty has got this one to a 13-point game. And don't count them out just yet. There's still 3 minutes to play. On 3rd and 12, the snow's still falling. Brown airmails his target. They're going to punt it back to the Flames. And at the 2-minute warning, they're only down by 13. And on 2nd and 10 here, a beautiful throw to Rasmussen. But he drops it. We dodge a bullet there as now on 3rd and 10. They got to try it again. And this one is incomplete as it falls to the turf. And Liberty is going to go for it here. 4th and 10 at this 18-yard line. Hawk to the air. We'll look to the left side, and this one is incomplete. And that should finally do it. The Delaware Blue Hens in their 2-game losing streak by winning this one 34-21 in a game that had a lot more excitement down the stretch than it probably should have been, but Blake Brown gets player of the game. And what was senior night here at the Tub as well is the final home game for the seniors, including quarterback Blake Brown. And he gets to go out with a player of the game in a nice win to his record. I thought the offense played good, better than they have the past few weeks, as I don't know why they're staring at the camera like that. That's kind of creepy, but nonetheless, a good win for the Blue Hens. The game was not as close as it ended up being in the end, as Blake Brown 64% for a touchdown. A good run day as well, one of our better running games. Oliver Red really showed out in his limited touches as the junior, so maybe we shouldn't have redshirted him this season, and the defense did enough. On offense for the Liberty, they just ran the football, and even though Allen had over 200 yards rushing, they were just one-dimensional, and we were able to hone in on it. Top scorers around the country, South Carolina beats Clemson. You'll love to see that, despite a good game from Jalen Rayner. And the same thing in Pittsburgh. Boston College upsets Pitt, despite Tariq Robinson having a good game. Let's go through rivalry week around the country. On Monday, on the I-75 rivalry, Toledo wins that one. And then on Tuesday, Louisiana beats Arkansas State by a point. The Egg Bowl this year will go to Ole Miss. East Carolina knocks off Army, and the Heroes game on Friday goes the way of Nebraska, who are essentially locked into the playoff at this point. North Carolina puts up 56 on their rivals on Friday, then Central Michigan beats Eastern Michigan. Georgia dominates Georgia Tech again this year. Louisville beats Kentucky to keep their playoff hopes alive. Ohio State doubles up Michigan this year. They finally get rid of that demon. And then Illinois beat Northwestern. And the Commonwealth clashes. The Cavaliers should get it done on the road this year. Iowa State beats their rivals Kansas State. Tennessee doubles up Vanderbilt on the road. Georgia State over Coastal Carolina in the Sun Belt. Jacksonville State beats FIU, and that essentially eliminates any chance we have of making the conference championship game this year. Arkansas wins the Battle Line rivalry against Missouri. Northern Illinois with a conference win. Georgia Southern beats their rivals App State. And then Cal puts up 49 on Syracuse in an ACC victory. And Houston enters the top 25, beating West Virginia. TCU also back after a win against Kansas. And Duke does finish the regular season undefeated. They knock off Stanford 24-10. San Jose State gets a conference victory over Air Force. Miami, Ohio does the same over Akron. And then it was Boston College who upset Pitt at home this week. Wisconsin wins the Axe against Minnesota this year. Cincinnati beats Utah in a Big 12 clash. And Penn State, the reigning national champions, finished the regular season 7-5 with a victory. Nevada beats their rivals in UNLV. Baylor over UCF on the road. Louisiana Monroe will knock off South Alabama in Sun Belt play, while Navy dominates Tulsa 45-10. UConn gets a road victory against Wyoming. Western Kentucky gets their first win of the season. They beat Missouri State 35-14. So if Jacksonville State would have not beaten FIU, we would have gone to the championship game. Washington State over Oregon State. Texas State puts up 70 on Utah State. Hawaii 44-17 victory over UTEP. Texas A&M beats their rivals LSU this year. Oregon on the road knocks off Michigan State, ending any chance the Spartans have of the playoff. Memphis over Temple. Florida dominates Florida State on the road, clinching essentially a first-round bye for them, I would think. New Mexico State over Sam Houston. Boise State gets it done against Colorado State. Tulane on the road will beat USF, and then Notre Dame in a low-scoring victory over USC. The game of the week was the Palmetto Bowl, and of course South Carolina gets it done. You'd love to see that anytime, anywhere. Colorado gets a victory in Big 12 play over Oklahoma State to end their season at least strong. Buffalo drops their second straight. They were 10-0. They end 10-2. Western Michigan over Ohio. Alabama puts up 55 in the Iron Bowl this year. Then North Texas puts up 56 on Rice. Purdue blows out their rivals in Indiana, and SMU dominates Wake Forest. And we end with the Continental Cup, or the Territorial Cup, where Arizona State is victorious. Here are your players of the week. Brendan Mayazono of SMU had 4 pass breakups, while Kobe Foreman of Oklahoma State had a good game. And your Conference USA players are both from Florida International. There is one more game on the docket. It's the Navy-Army game, I should say. And this year it goes the way of Navy. They win 14-9 in a typical game between those two. So here's a look at your top 25 going into Conference Championship Week. A lot to still play for a lot of these teams, even though we will not be in the action. Some spots still up for grabs, specifically at the back end of the top 12, with a lot of teams who could win the conferences not being in the top 12. So we'll see how that shakes up. As of right now, here's a look at how the bracket is out to play. I feel like the top 4 is pretty set in stone. Duke, Miami, Florida, and Georgia seem legit. But Boise State has snuck in as a potential conference champion, and Texas Tech could be the Big 12 representative. They need the Red Raiders to win, otherwise there could not be a Big 12 representative this year. Big games on the horizon here. The Power 4 conference games this week. Miami, Duke in the ACC. Florida, Georgia in the SEC. That could be semifinal previews. Arizona State versus Texas Tech in the Big 12. And then Nebraska, UCLA in the Big 10. They could be one of the teams to disrupt the top 4. Obviously, we do not have a game this week, but we will go through the conference championships in the next episode and potentially set the stage for what bowl game we could be going to for the first time in school history. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.